morning, boys and girls. Today's story is called Engineer Eddie. Eddie had an electric train that he could make run around and around its tracks, and a wooden train that would go over bridges and under tunnels, wherever he wanted it to go. He even had an engineer's suit and cap. Eddie wore them whenever his daddy took him down to the station to watch the trains go by. Big black freight engines chugged past, and electric engines went smoothly by with quiet passenger cars behind them. Sometimes a great diesel would rush past, blowing its deep, blasting hoot that sounded scary but exciting too. The engineers of all the engines always waved to Eddie. One day, when Daddy had parked close to the tracks, and Eddie was leaning out the window, a big diesel came to a stop right beside their car. Eddie didn't have to wave to the engineer this time. He was close enough to the diesel to say hello. The engineer said hello too. Then he pointed at Eddie and said, "I know you're going to grow up to be an engineer." And hooting the diesel's loud, exciting horn, he started it down the tracks again. "Well, well," said Eddie's daddy. "Now, how do you suppose he ever knew that?" But Eddie didn't answer right then. He was busy watching the big streamliner disappear around the curve. And he was very busy thinking that when an engineer had been railroading long enough to run a great, speedy engine like that, he surely ought to know another railroad man when he saw him. Wow! So Eddie wants to be an engineer when he grows up. I want you to, boys and girls, start thinking about what you think you might want to be when you grow up. You still have a long ways to go, but it's never too early to start thinking about it. And next week in your writing, I think Mrs. Whalen's going to ask you to write about what you want to be when you grow up. So if you want to get a head start, start thinking about that now. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.